Team captain has him on the sideline, letting him smell his hand. Friend. Some trouble there as the referees asked Big Peter Clohessy from Young Munster to spit out the Scotsman's leg. They give him a Welsh sock to smell. Kill. Absolutely amazing. The soccer people, though, they're more that walk. That's more the soccer thing. And as I say, the ethos is different from the soccer thing because we don't get to see the soccer stars because they're all based in the UK. They all play for Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool, whoever. They only come over here for the internationals. So the only time we ever get to hear them right now is when they're doing commercials. Hello, I'm Andy Townsend. I side with the Irish Permanent Building Society. Typical IPO, 11.5%. It's very good, Andy. What's APR? And then, of course, mirabile dictu. Wonderful to say, miraculous to say. I finally got to hear Roy Keane. And Roy Keane was interviewed by somebody like Des Lynam just after he had moved from Notts Forest to Manchester United. And I hadn't heard the guy speak before at all. And he came on and Des Lynam or somebody of that, some BBC smoothie said, yeah, what about it, mate? There you are. Roy Keane, record signing from Nottingham Forest to Manchester United. What kind of a player are you, mate? Well, I'm not really a flair player myself, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, right. It's a lot busier, isn't it, in Old Trafford? 60,000 every Saturday. Yeah, it is. Like, all right, it's like Patrick Street on a Saturday afternoon. Like, you know, the interesting feature about this interview, no interpreter, no subtitles. Thank God the BBC had the good grace to have a woman standing 1 foot behind him going... That helps. Interpreters are wonderful. I love the... remember Gorbachev used to have a great interpreter, the balding head, you know, he used to flare into the cameras all the time, and Gorbachev would go... And there was this guy with a bald head that always was whispering in his ear. Do you remember that? That's great, yeah. I came to the conclusion he was from the north side of Dublin. You know, because they gate crash a lot, and they just, you know, he wasn't supposed to be there at all. Everybody assumed he was with somebody else. Around your bollocks. But the rugby ethos, by contrast, is entirely different. Now, you can see the rugby players. You can see them, they're in the town, they live here. You can go up and walk up to them, you can touch them any time in the street. Peter Clohessy, you're taking your life in your hands. Nirvana tried to make an appointment with him, but it didn't happen. Anyhow. Because the rugby guys are really, the whole ethos is really, it's coming from those guys with the sheepskin coats. Do you ever notice the guys in Lansdowne Road, they have those sheepskin coats? Funny that they all have sheepskin coats. Do you think it's a cry for help or something? Or maybe that is their sexual fulfillment. The sheepskin coat. Come back to me. Come back to me. Oh. It's a funny thing, you know, but I kind of find sheep attractive. But I strongly suspect, just from listening to the man's voice, that Limerick's finest, Des O'Malley, former leader of the Progressive Democrats, also found them attractive. Just something in his tone. Ha. Ha. Oh, yeah. Well, of course, come back here, I'm not sure if it's democratic, it's certainly not progressive, So maybe that gave the idea to all the rugby fans, they all have these sheepskin coats. And the other thing I've noticed, well, I get this, I have to show you this. Not only do they have sheepskin coats, but particularly I noticed the guys in the sideline seats at the internationals in Lansdowne Road, the rugby internationals, they have these Foxford rugs, which they have up to their waist, covering everything below their waist. What's that about? I've come up with a theory that they have that there just in case they get bored with the game. The game isn't very entertaining, isn't it? No, I think it's time we entertained ourselves, yes. Of course, the other thing that the Sheepskin Coat Brigade love to say is that the Irish rugby team always had professional men. We never had men who worked with their hands. That certainly applies to the scrum half at the moment. Oh, no, we always had doctors, lawyers, but the big one was, in the 50s, Carl Mullen, the hooker, was a gynecologist. I see a certain logic in that, the hooker being a gynecologist. But in truth, I mean, it's not really much use to anybody as having a gynecologist. I mean, what's the big deal? Go, super, captain of the team, gynecologist. It's not like the players are going to get pregnant during the run of the game. Unless there's more goes on in the scrum than we know about. Oh, super, remember one year he performed a hysterectomy on the Welsh skipper at the bottom of a ruck. Oh, poor old Di had very severe mood swings in the second half. And they come out of Lansdowne Road and they do their little shuffle. It's not a walk, it's a shuffle. They put the sheepskin coats, their partners for life, across their ample guts, and they hold them like that. They don't button them, that's important, they just hold them like that. And then they trot off bidding greetings to each other. See you in the new year, God bless, catch for gin and tonic. Oh, catch again. Tell Dr. AJ if I was after him. Extraordinary, extraordinary. The one walk that I have no sympathy for, that has no grace, that has no redeeming features, is the walk of our Taoiseach, our Prime Minister, Mr. Albert Reynolds. Ah, yeah. Said it before and I'll say it again. Said it before and I'll say it again. Said it before. A key phrase to understanding Albert Reynolds, a key phrase you must always bear in the front of your mind if you want to understand who Albert Reynolds is and where he's coming from. The phrase is, rabbit in the headlights. Where am I? What's happening? He embarrasses me. He makes me fearful. I know he's going to muck up. He's going to commit the ultimate faux pas. I know this. He'll be standing with Bill Clinton. Outside the White House in Washington. And I said to Bill, big hall. Hard to fill. Oh, geez, you'd need Daniel O'Donnell there on a bank holiday weekend. He's going to screw it up. I stood with Francois Mitterrand outside the Elysee Palace and I said, how many does she hold? I stood with the Indian Prime Minister outside the Taj Mahal and I said, what's your cut of the door? The man's a dance hall manager. He's now running our affairs. We get what we deserve. At least we had a great Taoiseach, a great a man of greatness. Let's get the scale right. And Haughey had an extended